What's up? What's up? Sorry for the crazy, wild, random streams that I've been doing today and various other things. What's up? What's up? Hey guys, I'm Jenna Say What. Uh, Here to talk about the fucking news because why is everything on fire? Um, did my stream earlier. Did like a more fun stream where I talked about all the cool goodies and whatnot that I got from the convention this weekend, and my birthday. Got quite a few amazing gifts from friends and everything, and got to see amazing people through the weekend and whatnot. It was great. It was a great weekend. Figured I would go ahead and jump on here and talk news because Jesus Christ, you guys, what a wild time to be alive. You know what I mean? Like what a time. What a time. I totally forgot that I had like, oh, you saw that. Okay. He saw the crinkles. He was like, oh, is this gonna be from me? No, Bruce, it's not. He just scared himself. Anyways, crazy time. Had to take my best friend to the airport. But their flight yesterday got canceled. Mister. No. Hey, Mr. Goose Bruce. No. He's being wild. He saw this and he was like, oh, it's a play toy. Fuck, what was I saying? Anyways, yeah, took it out to the airport, like twice now, like multiple times at this point. Their flight got canceled yesterday. Then the flight today got canceled. So, like, what the fuck? American, what the fuck? So yeah, American Airlines really dropped the ball on this one this week, for my bestie. I mean, not for nothing, there's been some wild, news having to do with, flights and things like that. I realize I still have my purse on me. Holy shit, dudes. There's some wild news going on right now with a lot of the airlines and stuff. A Delta co-pilot got arrested on CP charges. The second that the flight landed, they bum rushed the cockpit, like the police did, and they arrested him on CP charges. And I'm just like, dudes, this is fucked. Like, all these people. Like, I'm glad that we're, like, catching these motherfuckers, these monsters, but, like, that's a lot. It's a lot. It's crazy. What else? Oh, is my contour not really blended? What else? A American Airlines flight was set on fire. Like, what happened? They, the brake, like either the brake mechanism or oh my god, I know this. I'm like, oh, landing gear. I knew I wrote it down because I was like, you're going to be on stream and then you're going to forget the word landing gear. And I was correct in that assumption. I was correct about it. Let's see. Go to my channel. Go there. Make sure everything is OBKB. Yeah, so anyways, so landing gear caught fire and everybody had to escape via slide. But luckily it didn't take off yet. Also, a Southwest flight had to drop several thousand feet to avoid a collision with a military plane. So, like, three things airline related that happened this week, and I'm just like, dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? You gotta be fucking kidding me. And um then my bestie had to fly out yesterday technically, and they were saying something about one of their flights. They were like, oh well, it was they needed to do maintenance. And I was like, I don't know, with all this plane shit that's happening, it just seems like maybe you had like a pretty large issue if you had to cancel a flight entirely. I have a hangnail. It's really bothering me. So yeah, like back to back, 2 days in a row, and you have to cancel an entire flight. And a flight that's a, like, I don't know, man. Something hinky's going on with the airlines right now, and I think that something, well, I'm glad that my bestie didn't fly if the airport plane wasn't safe. But like watching them stress the fuck out over this was just like gut wrenching, because I understand like the feeling of like you have to be at work, you need to do that, and it's so fucking stressful. But they're on their flight, hopefully. I haven't gotten a text. Double checking. I haven't gotten a text. So the good news is that there's no news. So hopefully they're rushing through TSA because their flight would be leaving soon. So yeah, an insane news story for, you know, your flights and whatnot. So I'm wondering what all like happened with that, because that would be interesting to know if there was like something going on. Oh yeah, Delta co-pilot, Jesus fucking Christ. Dudes, the amount of people that are like getting caught with fucking CP, like whenever I said it's like really high up. There we go. Whenever I was talking to Al about the airline, you know, the co-pilot gang getting arrested on CP charges, and they were like, yeah, another dude just got caught with 50 terabytes worth. And I was saying this earlier before I got off my last stream, is like that's an unimaginable amount of CP. That's an unfathomable amount of CP. Like, how? And so it's like, the question that I have is like, was this a distributor? Because I feel, or someone that's making it, because I feel like that's the only way that you could have that much. Like, that's insane. That's so horrifying. That's so horrifying. You have to check that man's background, because like he's done some shit. If he wasn't creating it, he was still doing some shit to kids. Because if he had that much, bro, that's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. There's just like a special fucking place in hell, dudes. There is a certain special place in hell for people like that. And they're the ones that are always like, the kids, we have to protect them. And then they're the ones that are diddling them. And then on top of it, oh my God, the Catholic Church and Trump are working together to make it to where you don't have to report child abuse in the clergy. So if someone does a confession, either the kid tells you that their parents are beating them or doing worse. I don't know, it's all horrifying, but like there's one instance that I feel is so much fucking worse. Punch me in the face all day, but the second SA starts happening, like, to me, I'm like, that just goes an extra level of just evil. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's all horrible, but I'm just like, that one just gives me an extra, like, throw up taste, you know? But yeah, so now they're saying, like, so if a kid comes up to him and is like, I'm being abused, and, or if the parent is like, I'm doing this to my child, they, you know, they don't have to report it anymore. As if the Catholic Church didn't have all these allegations and shit tied to them. So it's like, come on, dudes, like, for real? There's no, and then now they're not, now they are tax free, and they don't have to do this, and they also, like, get to tell you who they would have you vote for from the pulpit. It's horrible. Like, this isn't Christianity. This isn't Christianity. This is a cult. This is a cult. A cult, so much so that, like, fucking what's his name? Jonestown dude would be like, impressive. But when are you going to make them all, like, that's the question I have, is like, when's the level of sacrifice going to be thrown out there? Because that seems on brand for a cult leader. Like, when are you going to sacrifice yourselves for me? When are you going to do that? And I swear to God, some of these people will do it. And it's horrible because, like, the people, like, they're all, like, all victims in the end. Like, any of these cult people that, like, inevitably, like, self-unalive, but, like, it's just, god damn, dudes, like, when is that gonna hit? I feel like South Park will make fun of that at some point. South Park's gonna absolutely make fun of that. They're going to absolutely bring that up. I feel like they have to. Which, brava, South Park. Brava. Like, just hilarious. I haven't even seen the full thing. I need to watch it on Comedy Central because I don't have Paramount. And despite being a huge Trekkie, I'm not going to get Paramount. They can suck my ass. Because they literally took away the Colbert Report because of censorship. Just to broker a deal between Skydance and Paramount. And the deal went through, but now, and with that deal, by the way, came $20 million. Yeah, $20 million worth of positive ad space for Trump. $20 million for ad campaigns for our already president. All right, North Korea. Like, this is absolutely dictatorship shit. Like, he's trying so fucking hard. He's trying so fucking hard to be a dictator. So fucking hard. And allegedly, there's been stories coming from Scotland, which Scottish, like, I am French, I'm Scottish too. Like, those are my two, I'm French and Scottish. And Scotland has made me so fucking proud. They have made me so fucking proud. Good for you guys. Yeah, get it. They are saying that he is flying with a team of medical people. He's sicker than we think. He's sicker than we realize. He's way sicker than we realize. He's flying with a medical team. Hey, NPT, how are you doing? I didn't have time to look up the thing. I am going to look it up, though. Yeah, like, he is sicker than what we realize. Because he's flying with an entire medical team. Like, it's not just like a medical team. It's like it's concerning the staffing that they have for him, for his medical stuff. So I think he's sicker than they're putting on. Which isn't, again, despite him, like, Trump is horrible for our country in the terms of he is a cult leader. He does all this shit to push him forward and, you know, give himself money and give himself power and things like that. He's doing it for him to better, like, to get everything that he can. JD Vance, however, does all this because he wants Christian nationalism to be a full thing. Trump is out for himself. JD Vance is out for Christian nationalism and to destroy our country that way. So, no. Do you need me to come pick you up? Fuck. I can't believe this. Oh, it's 30 minutes. Okay. Jesus Christ. That's insane, Al. Like, American Airlines, do fucking better. Do better. Oh, they need a strongly worded letter. They definitely need that. But yeah, like I was saying, JD Vance is a different force to be reckoned with, and equally as scary and equally as dangerous as Trump. The only thing that I can think of that's like the better part of it is that the Trump cult is Trump's cult. They will not look at JD Vance the same way. They won't blindly follow him at all. He is not a cult leader. And when the cult leader is gone, the person that takes their place is not necessarily the one that holds that key anymore. It doesn't do that. That's not how it's going to work. At least not for MAGA, that I presume. I think that it's going to like fade away if he goes. Because no one will be perfect in their eyes. No one will be as perfect as Trump in their eyes. And I think, and I mean, like, little things like, what was it? Trump possibly unintentionally trolled JD Vance even in a post the other day where it was like the infamous OJ Simpson car chase scene. It was in real life. But it's that the shot of him in the car, and it's a shitty like copy paste of Obama's face over OJ. JD Vance in the car behind him, and then Trump smiling in the one right behind OJ's car. But the picture of JD Vance is the meme face, the big head version of him. It's that. And Trump posted it. He doesn't respect them. JD Vance has been even less of a vice president than Pence was ever. And good for Pence, though, for like validating the election and being like, no, this is legit results. Not gonna lie for you. Like, I'm not, I'm certifying this election. But like, yeah, JD Vance is just like, I don't think that he's gonna have the power that he has, or that Trump has at all. So I think that if we do lose Trump to an inevitable, timely demise, like, I feel like it's just not going to be the same. So maybe that's going to be our, like, saving grace, our Hail Mary, if you will, is the fact that JD Vance isn't he's not as remotely as like charismatic as Trump is. Um, he's just not. He's not that. He acts like he's white trash, and he's not. Painting everything fucking gold in your house to look fancy. I know certain people that did that shit because it felt like you were rich. No. I lived in a barn growing up. So like I think I have some things to say about that. You know what I mean? But like he just doesn't have the like the charisma with the like lower income white trash people. He just doesn't. Which is hilarious because he wrote Hillbilly Elegy. Supposedly wrote it. But Trump is like this fucking silver spoon shoved up his butt since like the day that he was born, and he's the one that gets all that attention. I'm like, bro, I've said it once and I'll say it again. The circle, the Venn diagram of like white trash and a like an exclusive like 1%, 1%er things is like one and the same. Literally, it's like the same shit. It's just that one's exponentially more expensive. Like, I swear to God, if I ever get a chance to fuck up the 1% and like money, like cash grab them, I'm making a fucking restaurant that is going to be run by like friends of mine that are like, you know, we're all struggle busing, and we're gonna like do some fucking spaghettios, but it's gonna be like we're gonna zhuzh it up and shit, and it's gonna be like we're gonna call it something like super just like trash or something like that, and it's gonna be like super over the top fancy, and we're gonna make fucking killing because all I'm doing is just running to fucking Food Lion and just getting fucking cans of spaghettios. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that could be a thing. I feel like that's something that could be easily done, and the 1% would lose their minds. They're like, oh my God, this is kind of like what the peasants eat. Also, fuck you, spaghettios are good. Thank you. And I do zhuzh it up because I put a little spices in there before cooking it. What's up? But you know what I mean? Like, it seems like that would be something that would be the thing to do. Dude, I am cold in the can sometimes. I didn't know that you could do that. Thank you for letting me know that. I might try that. I might try it. But yeah, it's so fucking wild to me that there's so many times I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I ended up saving it because I was like, you've gotta be, like, this is wild. But it finally came across my feed again. But there is a video of these people eating at this like exclusive high-end fucking restaurant. And one of the desserts is a mini windshield that's kind of like propped up. And it's smeared with like some sort of sugar thing or whatever. But then there's bugs on it. And they're actually bugs. You are to eat them, but the way that you eat it is they give you a piece like this big of a cut windshield wiper. Like, they literally took windshield wipers and they cut them. So then you eat it like that and you lick it off the thing. Tell me I'm wrong about the SpaghettiOs. Tell me I'm wrong about the SpaghettiOs. Because that shit's flying with them, pun intended. And that is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. But if you did that, like, now here's the opposite side of that. White trash. Oops, a bug fell into our like pudding or our like, you know, Jello. We're like, Ah, fuck it. It's just extra protein. It's fine. One in the same. One in the same. Oh no, it's me too, Al. It's 1,000% me too. So it's hilarious to me that is like like rich people do love to cosplay the poor. You are correct. Let's, when they make $100,000 a year, we give them a little gold star and we're like, good job, buddy. You're not getting paid for the rest of the year. That's how that works. Because I'm sick of having to watch like friends of mine struggle, and I'm sick of watching myself struggle. Like the fact that this is actually like a full ass thing that's like where people struggle so hard just to have food for their children or to go to the doctor or for medicine that they need to survive. I am so sick of watching friends and people around me struggle to provide those things when rich people will eat fucking bugs off a windshield. And you know that show is expensive. I guarantee if I look that shit up, I'm gonna be pissed because it's probably like $1,000 or like like a $500 fucking dessert. Like, this is insane. You've lost your fucking mind. You've lost the whole point of life. You know what I mean? Like, this is insane. God. Speaking of food and whatever, like, would love to go to Scotland though, for real though. Because I want to eat haggis for real. I've had haggis here, but we have it, it's illegal. Like the casing is illegal or something in it. I think it's like the intestine or whatever is like illegal to sell or some shit like that. But anyways, did you guys see the protests? There's always protests now. But Scotland protested. Good for them. I love that. Because Trump was out there doing meetings, but they clocked him the whole time golfing. The whole time he was golfing and cheating at golf. The video, I don't know if you've seen it, but the video of him cheating at golf is so fucking astonishingly hilarious. Like, his little, like, he's sitting in his golf cart. He rolls up and one of the like jockeys or whatever throws a golf ball, but like he tries to be sneaky about it, but it's not sneaky. It's a fucking green background with a white thing that you could just see it. It's plain as day. And he's right next to a sand pit. So I assume that maybe he like hit it into the sand pit or something like that. But like the dude just kind of like did one of those numbers, like kind of tossed it. And yeah, and then Trump gets out of his golf cart. I was like, Jesus Christ. Just checked. It's a Michelin star restaurant in New York, $800 a person. And that's one of the 846 courses or whatever. Oh my God. That's so stupid. See what I said? I said 600. I was thinking 800, but I was like, maybe it's 600. But yeah, or did I say 800? So I was pretty close on that one. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Go do something normal. Fucking weirdos. Eating bugs off a fucking... Is it actually bugs, though? Because it did look like it, and the girl, like, in the video said that it was bugs. And I was like, bro. I got a free sucker from like, someone that was doing, like, a haunt video game. And they were giving out suckers with what do you call them? With scorpions in them. I got that for free. She just gave that to me. You're about to board. All right. Have a great flight, Al. Let me know when you land. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doing very well. Waiting for my bestie to get on their flight. They're about to board. Oh, I didn't see you. I love you, Al. Safe flight, please. As the thunder just started to roll in, I'm like, oh my God, Al, please. Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, fucking cheating at golf. That was hilarious. I love that. So just so fucking stupid. It's like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. Like, like, if you want to play golf, don't, like, if you're gonna, like, if you're bad at it, like, just have fun. Like, you don't have to keep score or some shit. You're gonna lie about it anyways, like, because he lies about fucking everything. So, of course he's gonna lie. What's the topic today? Doing, mostly the most recent news stories, basically. I did go on some tangents about, the airlines and how hopefully, but possibly they're gonna get shittier. These straps are looking, there they go. It was not sitting right. But yeah, looking at how everything's going. But yeah, was talking about how Scotland is protesting and doing all that stuff, and how Trump is, you know, cheating at golf, which, just do the driving range, dummy. God, the driving range, like, I love playing golf. I am not good at it. I am the worst at, you know, going from hole to hole to hole. Like, I'm not good at, like, the anything other than the driving range. And I'll do the driving range any day of the week. Not to mention the fact that there are fans above me. I have table service. I'm pretty shielded from the sun. Honestly, a driving range, can't go wrong. So I'd much rather do a driving range than get out and actually do the whole course. I'd rather just, so, like, at that point, dude, what's the point? Just do the fucking driving range. Have you and your buddies do the fucking driving range. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But anyways, yeah, so people are protesting, and at some point, the caravan of golf carts, which I need you to know was, like, the funniest fucking thing to me. But there was a gaggle of carts that were blasting classical music to try to drown out the protesters and, like, people that were asking questions and shit. Hey Ryan, how are you doing? And I was just like, this is so fucking hilarious. And then there's two Scottish men talking back and forth, and they're like, oh, I know that song. And then the one dude's like, he's like, it's from a musical. And it's just like, oh God, it was so funny. And they were, like, figuring it out, and I forgot what song it was, but they were trying to drown out the protesters. And I was like, bros, this is crazy shit. This is memeable. Like, South Park, at this point, it's already written for them. They don't have to do a goddamn thing. But, I mean, just fucking Matt and Trey, fucking god tier dudes. Hilarious. And, I want them to make something about the golf carts. Like, I want them to draw out the gaggle of golf carts that, like, drove around together with the fucking things blasting. It was so fucking stupid. I'm like, bro, if you don't like your protesters, guess what, bitch? We ain't even getting started yet. Like, this isn't, we're not even there yet, you know? Yeah, fucking nuts, dudes. Just don't even fucking play the golf. Like, the fucking course, you idiot. And speaking of, like, I'm gonna take this contact out. There's like something in it. Yeah, like again, good job for, to Matt Stone and Trey Parker for standing up for, our First Amendment right to be able to use our free fucking speech. Because like CBS is out here kissing the ring, which is so fucking dangerous, dudes. It is so dangerous for that, because it's such a slippery slope, especially since $20,000 or $20 million in pro Trump ads. For what? For what? He's not going to be able to run again. Or is he? Because now oh my god, the guy the senator or not senator, the governor of California, this did not help. Not even close. It made it worse. It made it so much worse. Ah! Oh my god. But yeah, it made it so much worse. And let's see, where was I at? I'm like trying to figure out if there's something on it, or if my eye is just cranky pants. It might be my eye just being cranky pants. And right now Trump is wanting to make it easier to revoke licensing for media, which is again insanely problematic. All right, there we go. That's why I support independent journalism, like myself. No, like a ton of fucking people. Hey Ryan, how are you doing? Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, what more are they gonna do that's gonna like strip away that ability to like communicate? Because with like the broadcasting channels, so like PBS and NPR, stripping them of their rights, or their funding and everything, that's putting so many farm areas and like small towns in jeopardy of losing everything, including their lives. Because here we go, like they're being stripped of all that, and they didn't allow any loophole for emergency broadcasting. So I come from Southern Illinois. That's Tornado Alley. And that area gets hit by a tornado, and they have no transmission of, their, of like AM or FM radio. Now all of a sudden, if the power is out, so the power gets knocked out, so you can't like, do whatever. And I know that like phones or whatever, but like, let's just say your phone battery is dead, RIP, and you can't figure out if anything's happening because there's no broadcasting, there's nothing. Hey Kayla, how are you doing? Kayla the furry. Yeah, it's crazy. So like here we are where these rural areas are going to be even more fucked over. Yeah, good. And so now like it's just so scary, because here we are stripping all of these things of their First Amendment and their ability to like put out information, and now it's being swayed, and like, oh god, CBS is also installing a bias monitor. That sounds We are in the information age without the information. Absolutely. That is beautifully put. Beautifully put. Yeah, it's so CBS now is installing this bias monitoring per the Trump administration. So anything that goes against what the fuck Trump is thinking or what he's saying or what he's thinking and feeling, all of a sudden that's null and void. Like, that doesn't matter anymore. That's censorship. Like, pure and simple. And these media companies need to start sticking up for themselves and stop giving him money and stop kissing the ring. And that's why, like, the South Park stuff is so important to our situation right now, is the fact that they literally got a like billions of dollar contract just now and got 5 years on their added to their contract, and they went, all right, let's fucking pull this lever. And that's why they made the infomercial about how Trump does everything for all of us and blah blah blah, and it's him stripping naked in the desert and then his small penis is talking to him. Like, that, beautiful. And they did that because of the $20,000 asterisk in the contract of Trump getting this money from NBC, or CBS, sorry. They, have to do pro-Trump ads now. What the fuck? Bro, that ain't gonna salvage your fucking reputation, my man. And I wonder if, like, Matt and Trey are like, let's see if we can get him to stroke out. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, no, it is a repeat of 1937's Germany, which is insane because all of that funny mustache man thought about and did came from here. That's what we import. We import that shit. That's America's doing. That is, like, he got that shit from us. He got that shit from us. And it's come out that's the thing. And I'm just like, holy shit, this is insane. But yeah, and the fact that he wants to revoke, he wants to start being able to easily revoke news media. Obama was did a speech and he was like, imagine if I did this. And the crowd laughed and goes, no, I'm serious. He's like, there's no way that I would ever be able to get away with any of this. It's the party that platforms him. Absolutely. 1,000%. Yes. It is the party that platforms him. It's the racism and the biases that he, that was already built there. He just, the MAGA party just built their bullshit on top of an already existing base. The house base was already there. In fact, the first floor was almost done. They just built the rest of the house. But all that shit was already here. That shit's been here. And so that made it so much easier. And then fear mongering is another thing. It's like this, like, once people get fearful of things, it's easier to destroy them. Like, it's easier for them to, or not destroy them, it's easier for them to guide their brain, basically, and be like, oh, well, if you're scared of this, it's because of this. And see, I don't do that. It's an easy pipeline to fall down whenever you're, low educated. You don't have access to a lot of the outside world, things like that. So it's already things that they can build off of. It just, yeah, it just is a thing. The American system work is, yeah, evil 1 and evil 2. It's absolutely. At this point, it's like we have to resign ourselves to the fact that there's, at least in our time era, I doubt that we'll see a true president that really is a people president and a system that actually works. I don't think we'll ever see it. I feel like Bernie was probably as close as we could get. Because like to me it's so fucking stupid whenever it's like, so your insurance taken out for universal will be cheaper than your insurance now and everyone gets it. I like that idea. That personally for me, that's great. That shouldn't even be a fucking question. There should be no question. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not as privy to the FDR stuff, but I have been seeing a lot of like connecting pieces to like FDR and oh my god, what is it? Especially oh my god, was it Reagan? Reagan was like a huge thing, a huge builder of like the MAGA foundation basically. Wasn't FDR the one that had the America First or like Make America Great Again the slogan, but it like wasn't like it is now, but he even stole that. He didn't even come up with that. That wasn't even, it was a president like forever ago. But I think it's like, I don't think it was FDR now that I think about it, but I don't know, but something like that. But yeah, we're so fucking cooked, but at the same time, like I'm going to look at like the small bits of like light. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different president then, not FDR. Who am I thinking of? Fuck. Huh. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm not good with presidents. Past a certain time, then I'm like, so no, it wasn't. Yeah. So then it wasn't. Did you hear that thunder? That was nice. Yeah. No, I realized who that is. I'm getting him confused with a different president that literally like some of the foundation for MAGA was built off of them. And they used to be looked at as like a good president, and now we're reevaluating them, and now we realize how shitty they actually were for our system that we're still feeling today. Fuck. I know that's a lot of them, technically. Fuck. No, so I automatically thought it was FDR, but it wasn't FDR, it was someone else. Shit. I got nothing. I'm blanking on who it was then, because I didn't think I'd ever need to utilize that knowledge right away, apparently. I was very wrong about that. This eye is just, my right eye, I'm going to pluck it out and wash it, put it back in my eyeball. It'd be horrifying. Nixon! That's it! Why did I not remember it was Nixon? They don't even look close to the same. Like, Jesus Christ me. Wow. But yes, yeah, it was Nixon. Thank you. That was going to bother me because I was going to be like, who the fuck was that? So maybe it wasn't. We didn't think that was good. I might have. Maybe. I don't know. He was the one about Watergate, right? Yeah, he was Watergate. Again, certain presidents after a certain timeline, which is not very many presidents, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have no fucking clue. Past that. I just assume that they're all, like, all of them were probably bad people at something in the world. You know what I mean? Like, they're all kind of cis white dudes, so. Back in those days. Probably closeted. Probably very closeted. I know didn't FDR, like, he had a little thing? He had a little gay in him? But he was a little bit more open about it, wasn't that? Anyway. I should probably look all this shit up and actually, like, do research. I work right now, so hold on. let me hold on. Also, uh, speaking of, America and whatnot, I've been saying this for like a month, maybe more at this point. But I really truthfully believe that we need to start pulling out of like having I think the Olympics need to start pulling out of the United States. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right about the JFK thing. It was the last chance for America. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I hate that I think you're right, but I think you're right. God damn, we've been cooked for a while. At this point, we're stone. Like, we've been in that oven too long, like, to the point where now we're just charcoal. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get back to the Olympic thing in a second. I was gonna say, there was a good news situation that happened, which is that the Planned Parenthood got a huge win this week or last week. They got basically they were trying to defund them, and it was thrown out by a judge. So one of the judge blocked it, blocked defunding it because it was in the big beautiful bill, and this judge was like, no, they need to be funded by Medicare and Medicaid. We need to have these open due to X, Y, and Z. But either way, it was a huge win for Planned Parenthood. So like things like that, I'm gonna look at and be like, sweet, it's a W, and that's a nice W. That's a good W to have. And yeah, it's crazy. It's a big chance America missed. Kennedy was the last one. Fair. I mean, I should say that, like, I want to believe Obama probably too, but I also didn't know, like, at that time period I wasn't into politics, and the politics that I was into were not good politics. I was not very smart during like that time and a little bit before that. So I was kind of out of politics at that point. And didn't really understand a lot of the stuff that I was like ingesting. Because I used to be a fucking Fox supporter and other things, but like learned real fast on that one. But yeah, I totally lost my train of thought now. Oh, I really think that I feel like it could have been him too. Is like maybe Obama could have saved us from it, but I don't know. But like we have made a grave error with having this fucking president. I feel like people should have learned from their first mistake, but they didn't. And they chose a second time and a third time, and I just feel like it just seems so ridiculous. Like, he's very obviously unfit for the job. Did a horrifying job the first time. Unalived an immense amount of people due to the COVID pandemic and the way that we handled it. And unfortunately, some of my coworkers perished in that because I was patient facing for a very long time in the medical field. So here he comes around again, and people still voted for him again. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You should have learned your lesson at this point. And I'm furious that people they didn't learn. They didn't do research. They just listened to it. And now we're in this like whole ass situation where now we have to deal with like all this repercussion and whatnot, and it seems so sad. but there's always like glimmers of hope where I'm just like, we're gonna get by. We'll be all right. Like, again, Planned Parenthood win. The fact that Trump has an entourage of medical staff with him at all times now, or at least over in Scotland he did, because pretty sure he ain't doing all right. And then that will mean that JD Vance comes into power, which means that that's even worse because JD Vance is a horrible person. However, the good news on that one is the fact that no one follows him. No one gives a shit about JD Vance. No, like, he might, you know, be able to, like, do something, but, like, I don't know. He's not as liked as Trump is. He's not as, like, seen as powerful as Trump. So I feel like if Trump perishes, that might actually still be okay, even though JD Vance is just as huge of a security threat, or as a, not security, but as a threat to America. I feel like because he is a Christian nationalist, he wants that, he's pushing for it. But a lot of the base doesn't have that same ability to threaten people and get it done. They'll just bring up a picture of him with his fat face, like the fat face meme, and be like, I really don't want you to sit on my couch, you know? End. I mean, it should have, honestly, the pedo thing should have been the end of all this. The pedo thing should have been the end of this with the Epstein files and shit. That should have been the end of it. But it wasn't. There's still people going, well, I guess we're just gonna, like, suck it up and just, whatever. We're gonna go with him. And I'm like, bros, then, like, I want to see your fucking internet history. I want to see what you've been searching up. Because if you're fine with what he did, and then that mother, oh my God, did you see that he's like, what'd he say? I never had the privilege to go to the island. If you say that you've never had the privilege to go somewhere, I've never had the privilege to go to Disneyland in California. That'd be cool if I did, but I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the privilege to do that. You don't say that unless those are complimentary words for an island that was being used to traffic minors, traffic children to adults for their own thing. That's not what you would say with that. If there is like one fruit fly in here. Bastard. Anyways. No, if you follow that up with, I've never had the privilege to go to that island to blow it up, then I'd be like, valid. Fucking valid. Because that place is evil. Like, all those people, evil. Those children, victims. And get the kids out and then, like, do where the fuck you want to the island. You know what I mean? But, like, using the term privilege indicates that you wanted to. But even if so, you're on the flight logs. The flight logs have been out. They've been out public. Those were already available. Those were given to the people that went to the White House, like the alt-right, like, news media. They were given those flight logs. He was in those flight logs. And then they're all like, oh, well, he just now found out. And then it comes out, oh, no, he didn't just find out. I'm like, he's known since the second he met Epstein. And they became friends. And they he found out about his little underground thing. He knew he'd be on that list the second that happened. The moment. He knew. He knew he was going to be on that stuff. He knew. Your best friend gets caught with a child sex trafficking ring. And then you know that you're involved. There's stuff out there all over the place about how he did all this shit to children. Like I think a 14-year-old was going to court for this, and she ended up dropping out because she was getting harassed and whatnot, and she was terrified for her life and her family's safety. So understandable. But there's stuff out there about it, about her getting literally tied down. A fucking child this happens to. And it's just it's crazy. It's absolutely horrendous. And I mean, there's now pics surfacing of not only Epstein. There's a photo that's Epstein, Trump, one of his boy kids, and Ivanka, and then a guy in the corner. And they were saying that that's John Casablancas, who was also caught having minors, and was caught I think that he also self-unalived, but he was in with that too. What was it? He cheated on his you can't even really cheat on your wife with a fucking 15-year-old girl, but because that's just pedophilia. You're just a disgusting human being. At that point, it's far surpassed cheating. I can't even I don't even feel good using that term to describe that, because it's not cheating. You're sexually assaulting a child. But yeah, while he was with his wife, assaults a child, and then leaves his second wife for a 17-year-old girl to SA her. All this crazy shit. And then I found out that he used to run the Elite Modeling Agency, and I want to tell you right the fuck now, I signed up for that shit as a kid. I was trying to get involved in that because they had model sheets in the teen magazines. The Elite Modeling Agency, that shit was on the back, in the backs of all of these magazines. They had access to that. I know I sent my shit in. I never heard back, thank God. Now that I know. But I did it without my mom knowing. I did it without telling anyone. I was just oh my God, yeah, I would love to be a model. Yes. Sent it in. And I was not in a good home. They could have easily done all this shit to me. Because I was in a bad position in my life. They had access to everybody in the United States during that time period. And that was hard to come by. That was so fucking hard to do. Because we didn't have the internet back then. Not like it is now. I sound old, but I don't give a shit. It wasn't like this. And the fact that they were in magazines, and whenever I saw that, whenever I read that modeling agency, my heart fucking drops. It fucking dropped. Because I was holy shit, dude, that could have been me. I was like prime choice. If they would have ever stumbled across me and figured it out, like girls like me were so easily subjected to that kind of stuff and could have easily been ripe for the picking. And they had access to everyone in the United States. Because how many other little girls like me were filling it out in their bedroom in hopes that they could get taken and whisked away to like this modeling agency that would allow them to leave their family because you're getting abused anyways. Nuts. Hey, Twisted, how are you doing? But yeah, like, I read that and I was like, holy fuck, dudes. And they were picking up girl, like there was a girl that got picked up basically off the street who ran to New York because she wanted to try to be a model, and she went into like you know, she was all alone, and they preyed on her. They got her. Oh my god, it was great. It was great. Thank you so much. Oh, and then like Ivanka was a part of that talent agency. She was a part of that talent agency. And then like there's some videos that have been resurfacing of Ivanka that are just weird enough that it's just like, even if nothing happened to her, like I'm still not entirely convinced because of how she tells stories or how like things are happening. And like there was a interview done in a magazine that talks about 15-year-old Ivanka in a sheer white dress being, oh, and how she's in sexy outfits. 15-year-old girls are not sexy. They're children that need to be protected and not exploited. And here they are talking about a 15-year-old child, and in the same sentence talking about her wearing sexy outfits. Are you fucking serious? That was the 90s for you, guys. That was the shit that you would see all the time. So you never thought twice about it that it was like this was a child sex trafficking ring. That's right there in front of our faces. And then like I was watching another like interview that she was doing, and like some people are kind of making a little bit more by like adding music and shit like that, and I'm just like, okay, can we not do that? Because sometimes it is our emotions that are like pushing onto the scenario that we're watching, and we think that it's worse than it is. But I will say that like the way that she said this in this interview, it was just kind of, I don't know, it didn't sit right with me as a girl. Like the way that she said it, I was just like, I don't like that. It sounds a little like there's a problem there. But she was talking about her bedroom as a child, and she's like going through it and stuff. And whenever she like gets to her bed, and she's like, the way that she talked about her bed, and then she's kind of like listful and like, you know, and she's like, but I mean, it's a great view to wake up to. And then it's just like this unusually long pause. And then, oh no, sorry. She's like, it's not that. So she's like talking about her bed, and she just kind of like zones out for a second. And that's whenever the interviewer goes, what floor are we on? And she's like, oh, we're on the 56th. And then she, you know, says, oh, and that's a, you know, a beautiful view to like look at in the morning or whatever. And it just like, I don't know, there was just something weird about the pause. Couple that with like her being in photos with like Jeffrey Epstein and this this John Casablancas dude, and then you couple that with her doing this modeling for this known pedophile, then also you have these interviews with her dad talking about her sexually, talking about his other daughter sexually, about how she's an infant, she has her mother's legs already. What the fuck? No, she does not even. What the fuck? And then he's like, but we don't know if she's gonna be like, and it's the way that he does this, it just, I was like, oh, I know he's touched that baby. Like, the way, I don't know, it's just like the whole thing, I'm like, yeah, you have. And then there's all the interviews of him about how he's a sexual deviant, those interviews, and then him, like, in all the photos of Ivanka and how, like, close they are. And then whenever she's, the interview, like, I think it was The View or some shit like that, I don't remember which place it was, but it's, like, very well circulated at this point. But someone was talking about how oh, what do you have in common with your dad, like Ivanka? And she's like, oh, our business and this and this and this. And it was all, like, very business status. Like, it wasn't very, like, father-daughter at all. And then he comes in, he goes, well, I'd say sex, but, you know. And then I was just like, I wonder if that was the admittance. Like, because, like, he tells the truth every now and then. You just have to know exactly what the truth is in order to, like, decode it. But now I'm rewatching that, I'm like, and then he, like, corrects himself. He's like, but, you know, I wouldn't know that. Like, but I'm just like, that's the first thing that comes to your head. That's the first thing that comes to your head. If that's the first fucking thing that comes to your head, you're doing some fuck shit to your kid. I can smell it a mile away. You know what I mean? Like, this just reeks of he's done something to that child. Like, it's all of it's too close for comfort. And supposedly there was, like, an issue with, like, the reason that Ivanka is no longer in, like, really the Trump sphere is because, like, she wasn't getting along with Melania. And I was like, I wonder. Melania probably knows. She probably knows that he was, like, doing shit to her and, like, is jealous. I don't think it's like problematic, like, in the, like, caring way. I think it's problematic in the how fucking dare you touch my, like, husband, property, whatever she thinks of Trump at this point, because she's never around anyways, because she's getting paid for any supposedly that's the rumor mill, is that anytime that she's, like, showing her face, it's because she's being paid to do so. It's not because she wants to be there. It's because she's being paid to do so, because she's actually with the CEO of Tiffany's. Oh, it's a lot to wonder. It's a lot to wonder and speculate about, because, like, again, this is something he desperately wants to go away, and it is definitely not, because every little thing that they keep pushing, Mike Johnson closing down the entire Congress until September. Like, they went to early recess because the Democrats kept pushing and pushing and pushing to get, like, the Epstein files entirely released, and they weren't going to have it. And so they're like, and of course they're like, they want to release the names of the victims. And it's like, no, we don't. We want everyone on that fucking list that touched a child to get their day in court. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Not anything else. We want them to get their day in court. We want them to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, because those are fucking children. They're children. So insane. And then now Ghislaine Maxwell is getting a limited immunity for whatever she told to the CIA this week or last week at the end of the week. So it's like like they're just going to cover up whatever she told to the Justice Department. Like that's what they're going to do. They're just going to cover it up. This is so huge, and I feel like there's a shitload of politicians. I know Obama's not one, even though they're posting a fucking video or a picture of him and Anthony Bourdain. And they're like, see, he's with Epstein right here. Wow. It's Anthony Bourdain, you dumb shit. Anthony Bourdain. Horrible. Horrible. Insane. I can't even. Like, it's so insane. This whole Epstein file thing is going to be so much. Like, I really kind of want to start writing everything down and like deep diving into it and like do a full deep dive on like YouTube or something for it. Because it's not going to be able to be a stream because I'll have to like edit and shit. But like, I feel that there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna need to do this. Did I update that? There we go. Cool. Yeah, it's just I can't, guys. Like, it's so fucking wild. This Epstein business is just absolutely cuckoo, and it just keeps getting wilder, and he keeps on trying to think that he can, like, you see in a deep dive, heck yeah. Yeah, and especially someone like me that has, like, whenever I was younger, and I still am, like, celebrity gossip was always, like, the best in the 90s. It was juicy shit, dudes. And I started to, like, do that, or started to, like, you know, read gossip stuff, and, like, I was really into, like, online forums, of, like, people that either worked with celebrities or they, did things, like, you know, they worked for celebrities or whatever, and they saw things, so they would, like, post about it, anonymously and be like, yo, whenever, you know, this celebrity it does this sort of thing. But, like, there were so many times that, like, there were stories coming out of, like, celebrities and politicians that were trafficking children, this and that, and I remember those, and I'm like, here it is. It's finally surfacing. I'm like, all of this time that I've been waiting on bated breath for shit to like this to come out, and it's finally doing it. So now I'm just like, I was born for this! Like, yeah, so the Epstein file thing, I'm absolutely, like, I keep deep diving into it. I keep researching it. I keep on reading and looking up more shit. Any little crumb that keeps coming out, I'm like, ow, ow, like, chomping it up. Because it's literally something that I have known about for so fucking long, but had no names attached to it. And now I have some names, and I'm just like, yes, because I've been waiting, and I've called a couple, like, I knew that it was Trump. I knew that it had to be Trump because of, like, one celebrity, like, gossip thing that came out. It said something about a tycoon that owns several casinos and hotels, and I was like, and I think it was like owns pageants as well, and I was like, there's only one. That's Donald Trump. So ever since that, I've always looked at him with a little bit of a side eye until, like, I didn't for a little while there because I'm an idiot. But yeah, like, I always kind of fucking knew. I always knew. I felt like I always knew. But yeah, what a fucking idiot. What a monster. I hate that shit. But yeah, now that everything's coming out, I'm like, sweet, I can actually get the names instead of, like, just speculating and, like, not having a clue. But yeah, again, Here we are. Here we are. Also in weird news, apparently in Springfield, Missouri, there is going to be a whites only community. I can't. A part of me is like, good, let them, because then I know where the fuck not to go ever. Because that place is gonna be nasty immediately. It's gonna break down immediately. But like this, I guess this group is trying to get things started to where they have one in every state. So if they want to live that way, then they can. And I'm like, part of me is like, good, but another part of me is like, what the fuck? But then they also get out of my community, so it's like, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I guess we're gonna have to stay tuned on that one, but how disgusting. Like, why would you want to live your life like that? I don't even feel safe in white neighborhoods. I'm gonna be honest. Like, no. Once there's too many of them there, some weird shit's gonna happen. Rednecks know that I come from them, like come from that kind of side of things, and they get aggressive with me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would never want to live in one of those areas or even remotely close to something like that. So nasty. That's literally a sundown town situation. But again, like, then you get out of our area, and like, the more of them that move to those areas, the more blue everything else will be. I don't know. I'm trying to look at the good things on this one, because I'm just like, good, get out of the neighborhood. I'd rather have a couple that has some sort of like love of humanity, that they want to be around, be in the melting pot, because America is supposed to be a fucking melting pot. I guess that love thy neighbor thing really doesn't hit with a lot of people. So stupid. So fucking stupid. But get GTFO, I guess. But yeah, I read that and I was just like, this is seriously fucked up, and I can't believe we live in this time period that has this. But maybe they'll all collectively like stay in one little location, turn that little location red, and then the rest of the US corrects itself, and they end up fucking themselves over. I don't know. Like, I got nothing. I got nothing. Like, what a weird time. What a weird fucking time to allow that level of racism. Jesus fucking Christ. Speaking of which, like, again, going back to previous statement, is like, the Olympics, like, we shouldn't be allowed to host those. Period. End of discussion. Like, the Olympic Committee, I've been saying this for like a month now. The Olympic Committee needs to pull the United States out of this. We should not be allowed to host the Olympics whatsoever, because we already have, in the past month, a Cuban volleyball team got denied their visa entry to the United States to play in a championship. So a Cuban team denied. So they didn't even get to compete in this volleyball tournament, which is disgusting. Oh, they were going to Puerto Rico even. So like, they were denied a visa for that. A Venezuelan Little League team was denied entry for their world championships. This is all within the month. Those two things happening, people getting denied entry here because they didn't, like, I feel really bad for those kids. That's so unfair. That's so heartbreaking. A Little League championship. Those are kids. Those are children that just want to play basketball or baseball. Like, those are kids that just want to play their little sport, try to win that medal. Like, you stripped babies of their ability to possibly win something that would be the coolest thing as a kid. That would be the coolest thing. Even just to play in the game and be able to, like, go to a different country to play Little League against all these teams from all over the world. How unique. How small of an opportunity. Like, that is such a small shot to get something like that. Denied. For what? I mean, we're sending people to Venezuela right now. What's the problem? Like, what's the problem? Is it just not good enough? Like, I'm so fucking mad at all of this bullshit with the, you know, going, like, Olympics, fucking cut the United States out. Because my question is the Olympics going to be, like, if they keep it, is it only going to be North Korea, I almost said Putin, Russia, and Israel? Is that it? In America? 4 countries competing in the Olympics. Like, I hate to break it to you, Trump, if you think that America will place within those 4, that's some bad news for you, bro. The Americans are going to place dead last every single time. So if you think that you're going to switch it because you're going to, like, get that, no. We might place in a couple, but not many. Not many. I think America's good at anything? Jesus fucking Christ. We're only good at racism. And that's the only thing that we fucking import or export too. So, hello. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is crazy. Like, Olympics just need to pull out. Period. We should not be allowed to host them. Because this is going to become a cataclysmic situation. FIFA already had to deal with ICE being outside of it, checking and making sure that every person, every team, you know, was up to snuff. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what the it's so fucking stupid. This is so stupid. It's going to become cataclysmic. I am terrified for the Olympics to be here. And then on top of that, it costs $250 to come into the United States now. It's just a fee. You don't know if you get it back or not. They're just charging people $250 to even enter into the United States as, like, a visa, like, hold fee to make sure that you only stay during your time. But no one knows who to contact to get a refund if you don't overstay, if you do your little vacation the time. Like, what already is going to cost a lot, because America costs a lot anyways before all the fucking tariffs. Now these people have to pay $250 to come here. There's going to be Olympic teams that can't pay that. There's going to be Olympic teams that are going to struggle to even come here. And then they may be just denied entry just for fuck all. They don't know. Olympics. Pull out of the United States. We don't deserve it anyways. Like, you're putting the entire global the entire population of the Olympics, like, everybody that would come over here, like, it's all of them and all of the fans that come from all over the world. Everyone is at risk. every single one of those people at risk. And then God knows what happens if like everything goes smooth sailing, because like, what was it? Yesterday or a couple of days ago, 11 people got stabbed in a Walmart by some dude. Like 11 people in a mass stabbing, and they're trying to like get it as a what do you call it? Get him to have terrorism charges. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. And of course, it's a white dude too. How are two ex-military officers? I wrote down their names because I was like, these two dudes, Derek Perry and Matthew K. I think Matthew K is the one that had his pistol with him, and he pulled it out, and another vet pinned him like to where he couldn't like leave this spot with a shopping cart, and got him to like stay put until the police got there. White man stabber. Not surprising. Good guys with guns. Well, one. But yeah, fucking incredible. Fucking incredible. The heroism that took. Because like, of course, like once my bestie was telling me the story, and I was like, of course they're vets. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and they fucking did it. Good for them. That's some serious mental and physical fortitude to be able to do that. I'd be shaking. I'd want to do something. I'd be shaking. The second that I saw like everybody that was like hurt, I'd be like, this is fucking terrifying. But like, a mom was shopping for diapers, and she saw him like come at her, and she ran for her life. She was like, I dropped everything and ran. And I was like, yeah. And then she was saying that like someone in a motor scooter, like, was an elder person. He had stabbed them, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. It was ages 21 to 84. 11 people within that age bracket. There were two that were critical or whatever, and I'm sure that was probably one of the elder people. But I guess they're all now going to survive, so hopefully I'm right about that, because like I would like for all of them to survive. But yeah, dude was taken into custody, no problem, you know how they do. So it's so goddamn frustrating. So it's like, if the Olympics happen here, are they really safe even if it's not ice that gets them? Like, for real? Are they really safe here? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. This is terrifying. This is horrifying that this is where it's at. And we have, these people from these countries that have no idea how bad it can get here. I'm scared that, like, some crazy person's going to do something at the Olympics. That's already happened once before. I'm sure more than that, but I very distinctly remember one in the 90s happening, and I was like, that kind of rocked me into my core. I think it was that one. Anyways, but yeah, like, I'm really honestly scared for them to bring the Olympics here. I think that they need to pull out. Period. I know, haha, I keep saying pull out, but I think it needs to happen. I don't think that we should have it here. It's going to, and of course, Trump's going to go on a whole ass tangent about it, and, whatever, throw his little temper tantrum. But I think for the safety and security of everybody that's going to be there, both as a sportsman and a spectator, I think that they need to pull out before this ends up becoming something that we don't want, you know? It's horrible. It's horrible. So yeah, it's my deep dive. That's my deep dive for today of like random things that, you know, I caught in the news today, and just, it's so crazy. I don't know. I really hope that the Olympics reconsiders, because like the amount of stuff that could happen in our country, bro, we don't deserve this shit. We don't deserve anything nice. Take away all the nice toys. We're done. We're in timeout. Put America in timeout. We deserve it. While you're at it, Israel and Russia too. Oh, and North Korea. Throw us all 4 of us in timeout. All 4 of us. We're problematic. Throw us in timeout. It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. It's absolutely insane. Anyways, I realized it's already 9:30. Whoa, what? Well, I mean, I was streaming for a while and then had to go deal with the American Airlines bullshit. Get your shit together, American Airlines. Get it together. Get a backpack. Put your shit in there. Get it together. Anyways. So I'm going to jump off here. I do have quite a lot of things that I need to get done today before I go to sleep, which will probably be in the next, like, hour. I'm fucking exhausted, dudes. This con killed me. I'm not ready for Dragon Con. My body's not. I am taking fish oil now, and I'm taking vitamins. So, like, let's hope that helps with my joints. Cause like I've been having weakness in my elbow, and then my knees have been really fucked up lately, and my right ankle. I knew that my right ankle was gonna go down at some point sooner, but it happened much later, because like the amount of times that my right ankle would hit the ground, like my foot would be like totally sideways and I would be like this, just straight up and down. The amount of times that that's happened, too many to count, and almost always exclusively off of close to 8-inch platform boots. Because I have been 5'2" for a very long time, and I wanted to be taller. Even as a child, while she was still growing, I was obsessed with the Spice Girls and did wear platform boots all the time. So here I am in platform sneakers on the playground and would fall off. But I would bounce back pretty easily. But the last time I did it in high school, I was like, I looked at a friend of mine and I was like, that's not going to hurt me now. Because they were like, oh my God, are you okay? And I distinctly remember looking at them dead in the eyes and I go, it doesn't hurt now. And I think it's going to be fine for the short term. But I think that this might be the damage that finally, like, fucks my ankle over and makes it, like, hurt. Like, makes my ankle have to be replaced earlier in my life than what it should have been. And they were like, I was like, this is not going to be it's a problem today or tomorrow. This is I think I did the damage that's going to kill my ankle in the long term. So that poor day, I was like, yep, this is the one. And I distinctly remember that. And I still to this day wonder if that I was very accurate on that statement, because like now my right like ankle typically hurts. So hopefully the fish oil and all that stuff helps. And I'll be able to like handle Dragon Con no problem. We'll see. Saturday, still getting my foot massage and my pedicure, because that is my thing I do every year for Dragon Con. If you go to a very large con and you can do it, get a pedicure. Go by yourself. If your friends won't go with you, don't wait on them. Just go. Trust me. Don't buy the $80 figure that you're looking at right now. Get a pedicure. You'll thank me. It will be worth it. You won't have something that you put up on your wall, but you will feel like a whole new human being afterwards. Especially if it's Dragon Con. Go on Saturday. Come see me. Come hang out with me at noon. I get my pedicure done every single time. And I tell you, it literally saves my life at every Dragon Con. And friends of mine have, like, for years, because now this is like my 4th or 5th year doing it. Or no, yeah, my 4th year doing it. Friends of mine have been like, I'm gonna do it with you one year. And I'm like, everybody says that, but they never do. And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, all right. And I always get like 2 slots. And I tell them every time, I'm like, we're gonna say 2 slots, but I'm gonna promise you they're probably not gonna come. I will, though. You know that. And they're like, oh yeah. Because, like, at this point, they know every time I come in. Because they're like, oh yeah, there's always going to be a cosplayer that gets their pedicure done on Saturday at exactly noon. Like, every year. But yeah, I'm telling you. Shit, saves my life every year. Whole new person afterwards. It's incredible. Life-changing, honestly. But anyways, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to clean up the explosion that I did this weekend being in cosplay, because whenever I come back from any con, even if it's staying at my own place, shit gets wild. It's destroyed. We're destroyed in this house. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you too, Twisted. Thank you so much for hanging out. All right, so tomorrow, same time, well, actually not same time, because I guess I did things a little differently today. Anyways, scratch that. Tomorrow I will be on YouTube and Twitch at 5 p.m. to 7, and then we're going to do a little bit of a breaky break, and then over on YouTube around 8 p.m. I will be doing Figure Fight Club, and we will be showing off the Labubu that I have wrapped in its little blankie that I showed off in my last video. So if you're on YouTube, well, I'll post it in a second on Twitch, but we did a whole, like, showing off what I got this weekend. But yeah, so go check that out if you haven't, so you can see the Labubu and the Neopets unboxing as well. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing off that at Figure Fight Club, so definitely check that out. Yeah, and I will catch you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. If you aren't following me on my other social medias, definitely go check out jennasaywhat.com/links, and I believe it's in the description as well, and definitely go check those out. Please go follow my Instagram. I am at 10.9K and have been for 7 years. It is driving me quite literally insane. Please, please, I want to get to 11K. I really wanted that by the birthday, but it's not, so I'm trying to give it a couple more days, but I doubt it. But we could try. We can try. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye. Stay safe out there.